We're back. So guys, I want to talk about today why addicts never achieve anything. So, you might think it's obvious, but I want to reiterate the point that your addictions will hold you back. So, I had this friend, his name was Logan. He was very smart, he was very funny, popular guy at school, and he had a bright future ahead of him. When we moved up into secondary school, he was still the same Logan, but as he met new people, he started vaping, started doing drugs, smoking, all that stuff. Then he started skipping school, missing school, doing all-nighters, playing video games, drinking energy drinks, eating shit, and he was a mess. He was very unhealthy, and I was still friends with him during that time. I went out with him and his drug buddies, let's say, and they're all great people. They're all funny, they all like a laugh, but obviously I wasn't into that lifestyle, so I didn't continue to hang out with them. But Logan was different. He was very smart. He was very, not going to say special, but he was very bright. He was very bright. He was very, he had a lot of potential to achieve a lot, but he lived with his grandmother. His life wasn't easy. Mum and dad. His mum passed away and his dad left home. So, you can understand maybe where that's rooted from. But it's sad because his life is fucked. He's fucked for life now. He's gonna continue down this path and he's not gonna have any qualifications. He's not gonna really want to do anything with his life, and likelihood is he'll be a junkie for life. It's the sad reality. And I don't see him anymore, so I can't really do anything about it. If I stayed where I lived, I would definitely have tried to help him through it, but I gotta get on with my life. But I called a few girls from my old school and I asked them how Logan was doing and if he's still doing drugs and all that stuff, and they replied with, yeah, he barely comes to school and he's definitely a lot worse than when I last seen him, and it's sad, but that's life. But the reason is that addicts are looking for highs. They're looking for dopamine hits rather than natural dopamine spikes from doing the hard work. Rather than actually achieving something, they'd rather just go smoke weed or masturbate or whatever. But everyone is dopamine addicted. I'm still I find myself going on YouTube and watching a lot of shit if I have too much free time, rather than sitting down doing work, reading a book. Well, I still read books and I still do the good habits, but I still have these days where I just get dopamine addicted. I watch content which I don't need to watch, and that's not as bad as some people. Some people still masturbate. Some people smoke weed. Some people do drugs. Well, smoke weed, do drugs. Some people eat shit. Everybody is dopamine addicted in some way or another. And if you can find yourself in a position where you don't do that, you're going to be so far ahead of everyone else that you wouldn't even have to really worry about them. You're ahead of the competition if you're no longer dopamine addicted. But when you feed into your addictions, your baseline dopamine spikes up. So let's say your baseline is where this microphone is, level here. When you do drugs, masturbate, junk food, goes up. After you've done it, post relapse, it goes down below baseline, and that's why you end up doing it again to try and get up, but instead you're only here, and then you go even further, and that's how it goes. But if you're an addict, the best thing you can do before it ruins your life is quit. Because if you are like Logan and you still do drugs, you still masturbate, you still eat junk food, do any of these habits, if you do them for a prolonged time, you're never going to overcome that addiction. Because the longer you do it, the more of a habit it becomes, the more natural it becomes harder to break the cycle. There's many people I know of that, have been doing it for a while, and they say, "Oh, I'm going to quit," and they never do. So don't talk about quitting, just do it, and do it fast, because your life is being wasted the longer you do it. Life is short, and to be successful, to achieve anything really meaningful in your life, you need to have time to recover from your addictions, from the bad habits that you do, so you can really set out your goals and really be able to attack life. Maybe reach financial freedom, maybe foster a loving family, maybe meet a beautiful woman that you want to go to Hawaii and chill on the beaches with. That's something that's my end dream, is to be on the beaches with my woman and to just enjoy life a little bit. But I'm never going to get there if I sit around and jack off all day, am I? So just next time you plan on relapsing on your addiction, next time you plan on feeding into it, whatever, just remember that your time is short and you're not going to get many second chances. They say that insanity is to do something and believe it will have a different outcome, or that's being a psychopath. Either way, if you do the same thing and expect a different outcome, you're no better off, because you have to learn and evolve from all your shortcomings in life. So what I'm saying is, learn from your addictions, learn about yourself while you try to recover, but remember that there's not much time left. Even if you're young, there's not much time. So take action. Even if it's just one little step at a time, it will get easier. The more you go into it, it will get easier. Just one step. Doesn't have to be this big step. It doesn't have to be a big step, because you are not going to be able to quit in a week, a month, a year. It's going to take maybe a year and a half, 2 years, 10 years. I don't know. But it's going to take time. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and have a good day.